The Backrooms is a very popular topic right now. There have been many successful rooms about the Backrooms and Rec Room. Most of them get extremely popular despite having one crucial flaw in them. One flaw that is so abhorrently obvious, it's crazy nobody missed it. One flaw that, if corrected, could reshape Rec Room as a whole. Not just backroom rooms, but every room. They're bad. Plain and simple, they just completely and utterly suck. So, over the past 2 weeks, I've started to develop a Backrooms game in Rec Room that I believe will be the best Backrooms game, and I don't say that lightly. But first, let us explore what makes the Backrooms scary and fun to experience, but most importantly, what will make me a lot of money. So what exactly is the Backrooms? There are a lot of definitions, but the one people most associate with the Backrooms is a maze-like structure of yellow patterned walls that stretch on for roughly 600 million square miles. On the ceiling, you'll find drop-down tiles and light fixtures to illuminate everything, along with the horrid humming sound emanating from said lights. On the floor, all you'll find is a moist yellow carpet, darkened to a disgusting shade of yellow made by the moisture in the air. There. That's the basics of what the Backrooms are, and really just level 0. There are really only 3 Backrooms levels, level 0, 1, and 2. They all take place in different areas. Although, the Backrooms community has now decided that there are actually infinite levels, but personally, I believe that there are only 3. Next question. What makes the Backrooms scary? Well, first off, part of it is because of the atmosphere the Backroom provides. Even the thought of the Backrooms is scary. I mean, think about it. You fall through the ground at a random time, end up in a completely alien area, not a soul nor exit in sight, no food or water, not to mention the countless monsters hunting you while you helplessly wander around. That's fucking terrifying. The other part is what's actually in the Backrooms. Now, there's a lot of debate on what is or is not in the Backrooms, so you kind of leave it up to your imagination at this point, but personally I'm going to say that there are monsters known as entities in the Backrooms that each have their own unique behavior. Some entities include hounds, smilers, skin stealers, and fucking Jerry. Okay, this isn't on the script, but I just want to say how fucking terrifying Jerry is. Like, genuinely. If you look him up, you'll... What the f- Alright, last question. What makes the Backrooms fun to explore? As terrifying as the Backrooms is, that's part of what makes it fun to roam around in. Hiding from an entity and wondering what's really in the Backrooms definitely fills you with a sense of wonder. And that's how Backrooms games should make you feel. Now let's compare this to the maps currently in Rec Room.
What is this? What did you take me to? Do you think this is a joke?
This is
Do you think this is funny?
Backrooms, man.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Come on,
You
yeah.
guys need to get
I
back
didn't hear
right
you.
now. Like, when I say right now, I mean right now.
Are they
The
dead?
magnetic
they
distortion system
dead?
is
Magnetic
in like
what?
15 seconds about to start closing. You guys need to get back now. Come on, quick, run!
No, are you kidding me? You gotta put this part in the video.
Oh yeah, I will.
Yeah, it's not great. All they have is an entity that follow the closest player through walls and instantly kill you. The map size is also incredibly small for almost every Backrooms map. Kind of sucks when you think about it. I get that we have like the ink limit, but come on, man. I guarantee most Backrooms maps only take up 30 to 50% ink max. They really have like no content in them whatsoever. So what makes the map I've been working on better than the rest? It's an important question since I've been talking so much trash about these other maps. Well, first off, I'd like to state that I am not the only person working on this map. I'm working with an incredibly talented builder. He's doing all of the building and comes up with most of the ideas. I'm doing all of the circuits. So, past that, our map has Procedural Generation. This not only boosts replayability, but also the amount of fun you have just playing the game. I don't really like playing a game and instantly knowing where everything is on repeat playthroughs. It can get old really, really fast. With Procedural Generation, you don't know what could be around the corner. It could be nothing, it could be resources, or it could be an entity who's about to absolutely decimate you. If you don't know what Procedural Generation is, essentially it is a randomized environment. That definition doesn't nearly do Procedural Generation justice, but it'll do for now. The way I have the generation set up is very simple. It uses preset tiles and places them in position with a random rotation to make it so the map doesn't feel as if it's actually made from tiles. This is what actually sort of inspired this entire map to even, be a thing. It was also really, really easy to hook up. I got the first iteration of it working in about 20 minutes. Here it is in action. Another thing we have is a survival aspect. Right now it contains health and thirst. We used to have sanity, but there isn't a great way we can include hallucinations for players that weren't just auditory. We also used to have hunger, which could be healed by getting canned meat. We got rid of this since hunger and thirst do the exact same thing, and it was just nicer to get something that could be much more complex and just different from thirst. Originally, we had a subtitle display all of your stats, but now that we have the new combat HUD, we replaced the subtitle with said HUD, and it looks 100 times better. Something we've started development on is something called Deployables. These are objects that affect gameplay a ton and make the game just overall way more fun. So, what are deployables? Well, they're objects that essentially do different things. There's a barricade to block entities for a short amount of time, there's a generator, there's a crafting table, a storage crate, and a ton more. Deployables can also be upgraded to different levels to help with more things. If the barricade is upgraded, then it can block entities longer. If you upgrade the generator, then you can power more deployables like vending machines, floodlights, and traps. I won't go over all of the deployables, or really just deployables in general, too much right now, since they're still in a primitive state as far as how we want players to interact with them and how they'll actually change the gameplay. You may be asking at this point, how do you get these items? Well, objects can spawn around the map in a random position. They aren't predetermined positions, so that will sort of force you to explore. One of the objects you find are barrels that will contain almond water to quench your thirst, bandages to slow your bleeding, and scrap to craft things like bullets, bandages, and a syringe to cure you of a mold infection. I won't go into more detail with the mold right now. I'll do that when we start developing that system, since it's just mainly an ideal right now. So when you die, we don't want players to lose their stuff and have to completely start over. That's not really that fun. So instead, when you die, you'll drop a death bag that will contain the items you had when you died. Other players will be able to pick these up, and so will the amalgamation, which I'll leave to your interpretation right now. Speaking of bags, you have a backpack. This is used to actually use the items you craft and find. You pull it up by simply putting your hand above your head. After that, the menu will pop up in front of you. There really isn't much else to say here right now. There are some other things I could touch on, but I'd rather save that for future devlogs. Thanks for watching. See ya.